Welcome to our next episode of Math for All and our fourth episode of Pebble Math with Veera. Welcome again, Veera.
Thank you very much, Swati.
And you told me last time that we're going to do multiplication today.
We certainly are.
That's great.
So there are lots of words for multiplication.
Okay.
We can talk about groups of or lots of. The first thing we need to do is understand what we're talking about.
Yes, what is multiplying?
Yeah. So if I say 2 times 17, what am I talking about? So I will always tell a story or draw a picture.
Okay.
Make sure we understand what we're talking about.
Okay.
Depending on the age of the child,
Okay.
the older girls, shopping is a great way of talking about multiply.
Okay, one minute. When you said depending on the age of the child, so you're saying sometimes Pebble Maths is also used as a remedial math for the elder kids. So it's not that it's just a foundation math for young kids, but it's also used as a remedial math sometimes when the kids are in high school and they didn't have the concepts. So you go back to the Pebble Math, you get their concepts of addition, subtraction, division with Pebble Maths, and then come back, and which we call here as intervention. I don't know what you call it there.
Absolutely. I have a lot of students who are in high school, struggling in high school. Everybody starts at the beginning.
So when you start with any kid, no matter what grade level they are, you're going to start with number building. Is that
Absolutely
it?
right.
Wow.
Absolutely right.
And so you're going to make sure that they know these concepts before you even move on to something else.
What's the point of saying 2 times 17 if we don't know what 2 is or 17 is, if it's just a word?
If I'm not wrong, maybe with the older kids this can go a little faster. It doesn't have to be at the same pace. Or
everything is dependent upon the child. So I monitor my pace according to the way the child. And the other factor is, depends how much practice the child does. If a child has a 1 hour lesson with me once a week and practices every day, that child will move along much more quickly than if they don't practice.
No, I get it now, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, so it can be used for any student,
any
age. For the foundation level if they haven't got their concepts right.
If they haven't got it.
Yep.
That's right.
Yep.
Also, I teach adults who have got math phobia. A lot of adults have got math phobia, and there are a lot of adults with dyslexia who could never learn maths when they were at school. Okay. And they come to me and they learn their math, and they can.
And they start with the same thing.
Everybody starts with the same thing.
That's interesting. Like, and to start with the pebbles. Yeah.
That's it. So if I say 2 times 17, what I generally do, I'll write this down and I'll say to my children, do you know what that means or what that says? Okay. Because some children don't know what that says. Yep. Then I find out if they understand what this sign means. Yep. So I say that's 2 groups of. Yep. That means you have 17 and I have 17. Okay. And then I will draw it. So these are my little bags. You have a 10 and a 7, and I have a 10 and a 7. Okay. And then we'll tell stories about that. So it could be that grandma came to the house and gave you $17 and gave your brother $17. Okay. And the question would be, how much money did grandma take out of her purse? Okay. So we make sure that we really understand what this means. There is no point in doing any mathematics if we don't know what we're talking about. It is not good enough to just write down the answer. Yep. And that's what happens a lot with children. They learn how to do it, but they've got no idea what they're doing.
They just have it in their brains, or they have memorized it. And 2 times 17 is 34, without meaning anything. Yep.
That's right. So if they go to a shop and they buy 2 T-shirts at $17 each, they don't realise it's a sum. Yeah. And that's what we don't want. Yep. Right? Yep. So the first thing is to see, and I will write lots of, so that they know that that's what that sign means. It means 2 lots of 17, and there they are. Okay. So that is the same thing as that. Yep. And we tell stories, and the children will tell me stories. We might discuss that for half an hour before we actually go any further. Yep. The most important thing is that the children know what they're doing, that they understand the concept behind what they're doing, and this is the sad thing, a lot of them don't. Yeah. So now I'm going to show you the mirror game, because 2 lots of means I've got 1 lot
Okay.
and you've got 1 lot,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So with the mirror, whatever I show in the mirror is shown back to me.
Okay.
So if I show you odd 1, I
Okay.
want you to be my mirror and you show me odd 1.
Okay.
So what we're looking at is 2 lots of odd 1. Can
Yep.
you see that?
Yep.
We're looking at 2 lots of odd 1.
Yep.
So I'm going to ask you what you see. How many
2.
you see? It's 2.
Yep.
If I've got odd 1, you've got odd 1.
Yep.
2 lots
2.
of odd 1 is even 2.
2. Yeah.
I've got even 2. You've
I've
got
got
even
even
2. 2 lots of even 2.
2.
What do we see?
Even 4.
Even 4.
Yep.
And the children will recognise this after the number building. You
Yep.
see how the number building is vital for recognition.
Yep.
Okay, I've got odd 3, you've got odd 3, double odd 3 is
even 6.
even 6.
Yeah.
I've got even 4,
You've
got even 4, double even 4 is
even 8.
even 8. I've got odd 5,
I've got
you've
odd-
got odd
odd
5,
and
double odd 5 is,
even 10.
that's 10.
Yeah.
Now, most children are good with that, but when we go on to bigger numbers, that's where they get stuck.
Okay.
So I'm going to say, show me the next number. That's it. That's
Yeah.
the next number.
Yeah.
That's even 6.
6.
I've got even 6. You've
Got
got
even
even
6.
6. Double even 6. What have I got here?
10.
10
And
and
a 2.
10
12.
and a 2.
12. Yep.
Yeah. In
Yep.
Pebble Maths we call that a 10 and a 2.
2.
But it
Yep.
is called 12.
12.
So
Yep.
we use both words.
Yep.
Show me the next number. I've got odd 7.
I've got odd 7.
Double odd 7 is
10.
10 and
And 4.
10 and a
4.
4. 14.
14. Yep.
Double 7 is
14.
14.
Yep.
Right? Okay, beautiful. 2 times 7 is 14.
14.
Next number. You've got even 8.
Yep. And
I've
you've
got even 8. Double even 8 is
10 and a 6. 16.
16. Now, if a child doesn't know that that's called 8, here we have our number partners for 10. We've got even 2 down,
Yep.
so we
Okay.
must have an even number up.
Yep.
We've got
So
even 8
8
up.
So
Do you
that's
see
a
that?
connection.
There's number partners for 10 here,
10,
because
yep.
we've got 10 fingers.
Yep.
Show me the next number. And what's that number? You're not
Six.
sure? How many are down?
1. So
Odd 1. So
this
what's
is
up?
odd
9.
9.
So we're showing
Showing-
odd 9.
Okay.
I've got odd 9. You've got odd 9.
Yep.
Double odd 9.
10 and the 8 is 18. Yep.
Beautiful. Double 9 is 18.
Yep.
I've got even 10.
I've
You've got even 10. Double even 10 is a 10 and a 10 called 2 10s called 20.
Two tens is 20.
20,
Yeah.
right? And that's the mirror game.
Okay.
And that's a lot of fun, and all children can play the mirror game.
So the children play with each other?
they play with each other. If I'm
other?
teaching in class, they will pair up
Okay.
and
they
work
play
together
with
in pairs.
Okay. And if you're teaching one-on-one, then it's
One-on-one,
with you.
then they're
It's
my
with
mirror.
you. Okay.
So once we've got that, we practice that a lot.
Yep.
Now we look at our 2 times 17.
Okay.
We say, how many 10s can we see?
2 tens.
You can see 2 10s there, can't
Yeah.
you? Now when we double our 7, mirror game, will we make another 10?
10.
So how many 10s will we have?
3 tens.
3
tens
10s.
and a 4.
3 10s and a 4. So the answer to that is 3 10s and a 4.
Yep.
How nice
Got
is
it.
that? Isn't
Yeah.
that simple?
Yep.
Now at school, when we start with our 2 times table, we do little numbers. I start with 2 times 17.
17. Yeah, and they get it.
And they get it.
Yep.
So if we do 2 times 26, we say again, you've got 2 10s and a 6. I've got 2 10s and a 6. How many 10s can you see?
4 tens.
4 10s. And when we double our 6,
Six.
will we make another 10?
10, so it's like 5
5
tens
tens.
and a 2.
Perfect.
Wow.
How easy is that?
Yep.
How easy is that?
Yep.
52. And this gives the children a great boost,
Boost, yeah.
especially the ones who think they're not good at maths.
And they can do multiplication with bigger numbers.
big numbers,
Yeah.
because nobody in class is doing
2
these
times
big
26.
numbers. They're
Yep.
not doing 2 times 26. That's considered too hard.
Yep.
but they're seeing how easy it is.
Yeah, and I've seen that in the class. They love the big numbers. They feel very powerful.
Very
when,
powerful.
Yeah, when they can do the big numbers, because that's what they think that, oh, big numbers. You can't
Big
do.
numbers are scary. There's no such thing as a big number.
Yep.
So we practice 2 times, and
Yeah.
the only tool we need is mirror game.
Yep.
That's the only tool we need to do 2 times anything.
Okay. Let's do another one.
All
a bigger
right.
number.
Okay,
Give
you
me.
tell me. 2 times?
2 times 53.
53. That means you've got 5
5
tens and a 3, and I have 5 tens and a 3. So how many tens have we got altogether?
I see 10.
10
10
tens.
tens.
And how many ones?
6.
That's your answer.
That's it. Wow. Got it.
Got it.
Yep.
You see, with Pebble Math, there is no memorizing times tables.
Yep.
Absolutely no memorizing times tables.
Yeah.
Everything is pattern.
Yep. I get it.
Because you can't memorize 2 times 17, 2 times 26,
and
2
it's
times
not,
53.
and that's not what that's not what math is.
Yeah.
It's understanding how the numbers work, so that you
Understanding
can
the
apply
patterns.
to any numbers.
That's
Yeah.
it. So we don't have to be frightened of multiply anymore, because we
Or
don't
7
have to
times
remember
6, or 7 times 6.
7 times 6. That one used to bring me unstuck all the time,
Yep.
because I'd think 6 8s, 7 6s, and I'd get them so confused. Right. So once our students have accomplished 2 lots of anything, I say to them, I might draw this, and I might say, okay, what have I got here? I don't put any numbers in. I just say, what have I got here now after drawing all these bags? What would you say?
You've got 2 times 2?
I haven't got any numbers
Numbers
in there.
here, so you've
So
4.
I've got 4 lots.
4 lots, yep.
I've got 4 lots.
Yep.
Yep, haven't put any number
Yeah,
in.
so-
So I have, this is what I have.
4 lots.
I've got
of
4 lots.
Yep.
Now I'm looking for a connection between 2 lots and 4 lots.
Okay. So
And I let the children find that connection. I
Okay.
don't tell them what the connection is. I work with my students until they see it.
you
They see that 4 lots is twice
just
as much as
the
2
2
lots.
Yep.
So if I have 4 lots of 17, and then we have a story, I'm going to have, depending on the age of the children, the little ones, often we do candies at a party. The bigger ones, the girls especially, we always go shopping. Shopping. So let's say we've got a 12-year-old girl here. We're going to buy 4 T-shirts at $17 each, and what
Yeah.
we want to know is how much money Mum has to get out of the ATM.
Yep.
All right?
Yep.
So that's all a bit overwhelming, 4
Yeah.
lots of 17. So let's start with our 2 lots of 17. With our mirror game, we can see that that will be
2 and
2 tens,
2 tens and then 7 and so 3 tens and a 4.
3 tens and a 4. Do we
Yeah.
see that these other 2 T-shirts are going to cost exactly
Exactly the same. Yep.
So all together,
34.
so all
34
together
is 68.
is 68.
Yep.
So then they've done 4 times 17 without knowing 7 times tables,
Yep.
or 4 times
4 times
tables.
table. Yep. No, this is good because kids really don't want to even learn the times table, but they don't need to is a new thing for them
That's right. That's right.
because they have been told that if you don't know your times table, you can't do multiplication.
That's right.
But now we're telling them that you can still do your multiplication
You
even
can
if
be
you don't.
brilliant at multiplication.
Yeah, even if you don't know your times table.
Even if you don't know your times tables. So that is how we multiply by 2 and 4. Now there's another member of the family, the 2-4 family. There's 2 lots.
Okay.
We double.
Yep.
There's 4 lots. We double again. Now we're going to double again. And we're going to get how many lots?
8 lots.
We're going to get 8 lots. We're going to get 8 lots.
Yep.
Okay, so now we're going to buy 8 T-shirts at $17 each. Somebody's going to be very broke.
The mom is not going to let it die.
Mum's not going to like me after this. 8 T-shirts, and the children will often, they'll draw their T-shirts, put labels on them,
yep.
whatever they like, you know, make fun, have
Yep.
fun with it all. Okay, so we don't know how much money we need for 8 T-shirts at $17 each, so we're going to make it simple. We're going to start with our 2 T-shirts. By now we know what 2 T-shirts is 17, how much? $34. 4 T-shirts will be... That'll be $68.
Yeah.
So what have we got to do to get 8 T-shirts? We have to double our 68, don't we? 6 tens and an 8 plus 6 tens and an 8. Now, if we don't know 6 and 6, we just use our mirror game.
Yeah, we do.
6 tens and 6 tens is
10 and 2, 12.
12 tens.
Tens. Yep.
Then when we double our 8, will we make another 10?
10, so we have 13
13
and a
tens
6.
and a 6.
6. Yep.
13 tens and a 6.
Yep.
So that's how we multiply by 2, 4 and 8.
Okay, so for 2 we double it, for 4 we double it again, and for 8 we double it again.
Yes.
That's a great thing. Yep.
Isn't that simple?
Yep.
And children will often say to me, so if I wanted 16 lots, I double it
I'll
again.
double it again, yeah.
And
They
I
get
say-
the connection.
They get the connection, and then they start exploring further. That makes me happy.
Yep.
That they want
That
more
what happens if I have to go and buy 16 T-shirts? No,
Yeah.
you're not going to.
And they explore on their own.
Yep.
They want to know more.
Yep. No.
They want to have fun with the patterning. So that is multiplication of 2, 4 and 8, which is followed by division by 2, 4 and 8.
Okay.
Because they go together, don't they?
Yep.
So when we divide by 2, what are we doing? We're sharing or splitting. Children have all sorts of words for it. So it's mirror game, what I call mirror game reverse.
Okay.
So we start again with our mirror game.
Okay.
So I have odd 1, you have odd 1, double odd 1 is
2.
even 2.
Yep.
We have 2.
Yep.
We have even 2. I'm going to take my half. Half of 2, I'm taking my half, is 1.
1.
Or 2 divided by 2,
Two.
shared between you and me.
Okay.
We get 1 each.
1 each. Okay.
I've got even 2, you've got even 2.
2.
Double even 2 is
even 4.
even 4. We have even 4. I'm going to take my half.
So
half of even 4 is
even 2.
and we continue that way all the way. So the children are seeing that dividing by 2 is the inverse, is the opposite of multiplying by 2.
They get that connection
They get
between
the
the
connection.
multiplication and division too.
And how many children don't?
Yep.
How many children think division is something completely unrelated to
To
multiplication?
multiplication. No, there
So
has
if I've got even 6, you've got even
Even
6.
six.
Double 6 is a 10,
10 and a
2
2,
called
12.
12. Half of 12, I'm
Double,
taking
double.
my half.
I'm taking my half. So
Half
so
of 12 is 6.
Yep.
Right?
Yep.
So once they've got that connection,
Yep.
division by 2 is
So
very,
it's very
simple.
simple. Yep.
And there's another word for it, which is halving.
Yep.
So let's have a look at a few sums. So if I say, okay, 14 divided by 2, and I teach them here that that is the same as that and the same as that.
So now you're kind of attaching symbols to the same thing.
Absolutely. So some children will prefer that to that.
Yep.
Some children will prefer that to that. And they
Okay.
need to know that it all means exactly the same thing.
Yep.
Because some teachers will use this and the children will say, I don't know what you're talking about. I can only do it when it's written like that.
Yep.
So they need to know it's all the same.
Yep.
So when we do work with Pebble Math, we might change the way we write things. So they go, oh, what do you mean? Remember, that
That
is the same as that.
this. Yep.
Because we don't know what the teacher will be using at school.
Yep.
So if they don't know,
Yep.
14 divided by 2, it's the same as half of 14. We'll tell a story. So I go to the pizza shop and the man puts 14 olives
Okay.
on the pizza. I'm going to share the pizza with my sister. What do? I cut it down the middle because we have to be very, very, very fair, don't we,
Yep.
when we're sharing with our sister. So that means we get half each. Just to
Yeah.
bring home that divided by 2 means the same as half.
Yep.
So 14. So together with my sister, I've got to make 14. I've got to make a 10,
10.
and a 4. So what do I need to make a 4? Okay. Can you see we've made a 10
Yep.
and a 4? Now I'm going to get my half of 14.
7.
And if I don't know that that's 7, I see odd 3 down, odd 7 up.
Yep.
So that is 7,
Yep.
right? Now, then I'll write down something like this. Now, conventionally, a child would read that as 140 divided by 2. It mightn't make a lot of sense.
Yep.
In Pebble Math, we say 14 tens,
Tens
divided by 2.
Okay.
So if 14 divided by 2 is
7. So we
14
have
tens divided by 2
is 7 tens.
is 7 tens.
Yep.
Isn't that nice?
Yep.
That's nice and easy, isn't it?
Yep.
So then I might say, okay, 180 divided by 2. If they balk at that, I'll say, read that in Pebble Math Talk.
18 tens divided by 2. So 18
Divided by 2. If they don't know,
No.
okay, make 18 with me. 10.
10 and 4, 18 and 9. So 9 tens and
That's the answer.
9 tens.
Yeah.
Yep.
Then we'll move on and we'll say, now this is where we can get confused also.
Okay.
Conventionally, that's read as 1,800.
Correct.
I find that's tricky. I read that as 18 hundreds. 2 zeros says we're talking about hundreds. 1 0 says we're talking about tens.
Yep.
So if I've got 18 hundreds to share with you, it's the same thing. We get 9, whatever these are, hundreds each.
Yep.
And that
Is
simplifies things.
Yep. It does.
Then if we move into numbers with, for example, 846 divided by 2, all nice even numbers to start with,
Yep.
please. Let's not get confusing
Yep.
with odd numbers.
Yep.
We say, I've got 800s to share with you, 400s
400.
each. I've
I've
got 4 tens,
4
4
tens,
to
and
share
so that's
with you.
20
That'll be
tens.
2 tens
2
each.
tens.
Keep it simple.
Yeah, yeah.
4 tens
Tens.
to share, 2 tens each, 6 ones to share,
Yep. So 3 ones.
3 ones each.
Yep.
How easy.
Yep.
No such thing as a big number,
No such thing. Yep.
right? If we have an odd number of tens, let's say for example we have 32 divided by 2,
Yep.
this poses a problem
Yep.
because we've so far only been working with even numbers. So let's see what we're going to do with that.
Yep.
3 tens and a 2. If I forget, you remind me, please, Swati.
Yep.
3 tens and a 2. Even 2, even 4, even 6. Do you want to help?
Yep.
Even 10, even 8,
8 and
even 10, 1 10.
So
Here we
I'll
go.
do
Even 2,
2, 2,
2, 4, 6,
10, and we said 32.
32. Okay. Oh, can I change those
Yeah.
to pebbles? Thank you. Sorry, I'm a bit of a
No.
stickler. All right, you can see 32 there.
Yep.
What don't we like here? We're sharing between 2. So
2.
what don't we like about it?
What don't we
Well, we're
want?
going to start with our tens, aren't we?
Yep. So and then there's
3. We don't
yeah,
like that.
3. Yep.
Yeah, it's no good. It's an odd
Yeah.
number.
Yeah.
What do we do with an odd number? Sorry. What do we do with any odd number if we want to make it into an even number?
We take away.
Take away 1.
1.
That's it. We've made
Yeah.
it into an even number.
Yep.
So, we've got an odd number of tens. We don't like it. What we have to do with an odd number to make it into an even, we take away 1. So we're taking a
Okay.
10 away, and we're not going to throw it away because we don't waste.
Yeah.
We're going to push it over to the ones.
Okay.
So now we have a lovely even number to
Number.
share.
Yeah.
How many tens are we going to get each if we share this?
1 10.
We're going to get 1 10
1
each.
10.
That's done.
Yeah.
What have we got in the ones now?
We've got 1/10 and a 2,
called
12.
12. And now we know what half of that is.
6. So
So
1/10 and a 6 is 16.
that's it.
This is
So
perfect.
32 divided by 2 is 16.
Now this is perfect, Veera. Thank you so much for showing. What did we learn today? We did multiplication by 2, multiplication by 4, 8, and it's nothing but double, double. And keep on doubling if the kids want to.
That's it.
And then we go to divide by 2, which is also called as halving, and it's the reverse of multiplication as the kids get it, because you in mirror game, when you're
Reverse.
multiplying, you bring together, and when you're doing it, you get it back. Yep. And can we do division by 4 also?
Of course we can.
Okay, so if this is it, 32 divided by 4.
Okay, what did we get?
So we got 16.
16. Let's have a look what it means divide by 4.
Okay.
We're going to have a pizza. We're going to have a pizza. Sorry.
No, 32
Okay.
by
And
4.
we're
I
going
was
to
just
share-
curious to see. I know how it would go ahead, but it's always nice
All right,
to
we're
just
going to share this between
Yeah.
Mum, Dad and the kids. So what
Yep.
are we going to do? We cut it
32,
in
and we got
half.
16. Yep.
Wait for it.
Yep.
Cut it in half. What are we going to do now? If we're
And then
sharing with 4.
again,
And we're
cut
going to cut it in
together.
half again. That's
Yep.
called divide by 4.
Okay.
We're going to cut it in half.
And then again cut it in half. Yep.
That's the opposite of double
Yep.
and double.
Double. Yeah.
Half and
a
half. So if you want 32 divided by 4,
4.
we cut it in half and we get
16.
16
And
and
then
cut
we
it
cut
in
it in
half
we
again.
get 8.
That's right. 32 divided by 4 is 8.
No, this is wonderful. So it's like, and again, if you have to divide by 8, you
What do we
again,
do? We cut it in half
and-
again.
and we cut it in half again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So 32 divided by 8.
8.
We cut
is
this in half again.
and we get 4.
And we get 4.
I think this is great because now we know how to learn multiplication and division using Pebble Maths, and this is what is the missing link, as I was saying, for the Vedic math.
Beautiful.
Always. If anyone wants to know more about Pebble Maths or how do we go more ahead with Pebble Maths, please contact us at mathforall@gmail.com, and please watch our future episodes of Math for All, where we're going to take you further from Pebble Maths to Vedic Math. Thank you.